What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Cory, and today in the stock market we saw a relatively volatile day and mostly went absolutely nowhere. So what's next for the stock market? First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so on the SPY ETF, we did close back above that 5 EMA after going down negative 0.04%. Now that doesn't mean we didn't see any volatility because we did gap up very close to that 393 price target and we did give it all back. At one point we were trading below the 5 EMA, but we did find support at that level and we did bounce and close higher. So we're definitely seeing some volatility, and we could see there was a volume spike today. Even though the volume is still relatively low, we did finally see an increase in volume today. Now what likely happened is there was too many people trying to short this market and big money is not ready to sell just yet, so they did get short squeezed into the close. You can see we still have a strong bull trend, and this market still looks like it wants to trend higher towards that price target at 393. Keep in mind, if we do get selling, there's always going to be a possibility that we find support at the 5 EMA right around 388, and of course the strongest support is going to be down here around the 20 simple moving average and this previous support around 381. A break and close below that level means we're likely closing the gap at 377. I would definitely expect to see 377 hold up at this point in time, because if we do fall that fast, it's going to be ready for a dead cat bounce. So we have plenty of support below in this market, and from today's close to that gap close, that is a drop of only about 3%. So there's not a ton of downside in this market before we find significant support, but then again, there's not a ton of upside because to our price target, we only have less than 1% to go. Now that doesn't mean we can't blast through this price target, but you can definitely see the price action is getting farther away from the 50 EMA. And the more volatile this market gets, the more likely we're going to see a lot of selling. So be defensive at these levels. And if this little bit of volatility scared you today and wiped out a lot of your gains, that's a warning sign that you're over leveraged in this market and what could possibly happen to your account if this sell-off were to be something bigger. So let that be a warning sign to clean up your trading and get more disciplined at these levels. Next up is the Nasdaq 100 triple Qs, and we saw the Nasdaq 100 going down negative 0.23% and also holding up above that positive sloping 5 EMA. We still have a strong bull trend, and the price target we're trying to reach on the Nasdaq 100 is this $338 level. Support levels are going to be the 5 EMA at 331, the support level down here at 326, and the gap close below at 323. From today's close to that gap close is about a negative 2.8% downside, and from today's close to the upside price target is about 1.5% higher. So know your risk and know your reward, and don't be over leveraged at these levels. Like I said with the S&P 500, we're still in a bull trend with the price action and the trend bullish, so there's no reason to become bearish on this market either. Markets tend to trend higher even with volatility, and volatility is really just a great opportunity as a trader to take advantage of the wild price swing. On the Dow Jones, we did close above my price target for a third day in a row over that 312 level, and we're definitely seeing some bullish trending picking up. Now that we're over that 312 price target, it means we're likely heading back up to a new price target, which is up here on the Dow Jones ETF of 327. So the more bullish we see this trend get and the more the price action spends above this 312 level, only further validates that we're likely heading up to this 327 level. On the ARK ETF, we saw the price action going down a little over negative 1%. But again, we're still holding up above the 5 EMA with a bullish trend. The price target we're trying to get to was exceeded intraday at 155, but as you can tell, we failed to break above that level. So until we break above that level, there will be no more upside price targets because that level could be the top for now. Strong support levels will be the 20 simple moving average at 145 and this $135 level, which as you can see is now also getting close to coinciding with that 50 EMA. On the VIX, which is our fear indicator, we did see the VIX inching up 1.66%. Which is completely normal on a volatile day and a slight day of selling like we saw today. We're still holding up above that support level at 21.5, and that is a concern because the VIX can bounce off of this level and we could continue to see more fear with more selling. So it would be preferable if you're bullish that you want to see the VIX break down below this support level, and if you're a bear, you want to watch the VIX to try to bounce off this level because that will be your indication that more selling is likely coming and it could be time to try to short this market. Remember, I never suggest trying to short a bull market, so short at your own risk. On the US dollar, we continue to see weakness, and that's now 2 days in a row of closing below that 20 simple moving average. The bearish trend is picking up momentum yet again, and it looks like the dollar is ready to go down for another leg lower towards that $89 support level. Remember that a weak dollar typically means a strong stock market. On gold, we're still holding up above support at 1826, and it looks like we're starting to build up some bullish momentum on the ride up to 1862. If we break and close over 1862, it does mean that we could head back up to the next price target at 1930. On silver, we're holding up above support at 2650, and it looks like we're well on our way to 2750. A break and close over that level should head us up on silver to $29. On Bitcoin, we did get that breakout of my price target at 42,700, and we're holding up above that level. You can definitely see some strong bullish trending, and Bitcoin is really just cooling off after it went way too far, way too fast. You can see we were well outside the upper Bollinger Band, and now we're cooling off as those Bollinger Bands expand, and Bitcoin is getting ready for its next move. My price target on Bitcoin is up here around $54,700. On Amazon stock, we went down about negative 0.5%, and we're still holding up above that positive sloping 20 simple moving average. This could be a good time to try to get into Amazon stock as it continues to try to head higher towards that price target at $3,400. You can see that we do have a bullish trend, and we do have bullish price action holding up above that positive sloping 20 simple moving average. So this could be the best time as any to start scaling into Amazon and getting ready for its next upward move. On Apple stock, it's a very similar sign as Amazon. We're holding up above that positive sloping 20 simple moving average, and it does look like we're going to test resistance yet again at 136. If this level breaks down, look for support at the 50 EMA at $130. The upside price targets are going to be 141 and 145. On the financial sector, we still see the bullish price action and the bullish trending, so there's nothing to worry about on the financial sector. On the industrial sector, we also see bullish price action with bullish trending, so even with today's slight selling, there's no concern on the industrials just yet. On the healthcare sector, it does look like we're finding a bottom and we're getting ready to head back into a bull market. So going back to the S&P 500, you can see that all three sectors are still looking bullish, and we still have a low VIX with a weakening dollar. So overall, this market is still bullish, which means the S&P 500 SPY ETF is still likely heading to my price target at 393. Remember though that anything is possible, and you want to start getting defensive at these levels because you don't want to be caught all in this market and over leveraged during a massive sell-off. So watch the critical support levels down here at 382 and 377 and start positioning yourself defensively so that you're prepared for any conditions in this market. Remember, there's the Stocks Channel Discord if you're looking for a disciplined and profitable trading community. If you haven't already, come check us out. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of the video. So next up, let's take a look at the Stocks Channel Hot Stocks. Alright, first hot stock of the night is going to be Tesla stock, and we did see Tesla under a short attack today, going down negative 5.26%. So Tesla is not looking very bullish anymore because today's price action does have us trading below all of the moving averages except for this 50 EMA down here. Remember what I said, that if Tesla does break down, we could have a quick ride down to this 50 EMA down around $746. However, there is a support level that I want you to pay attention to, and we closed right on top of it, right around this $805 level. There could also be a support just below, right around $792, but as you can tell, Tesla is definitely weakening, and it's getting very close to wanting to test that support level at that 50 EMA. Now this is a short attack on Tesla, no doubt, so it is still possible that Tesla could easily start heading back higher if it does get into a short squeeze. But don't bank on it, and follow the price action and follow the trend. Right now, the price action and the trend are telling us that Tesla has possibly more downside if this support level at 805 does break down. So that's the number one support level I want you to watch on Tesla, and if it does close below 805, it's likely time to get out, or at least be prepared for it to drop down to the 50 EMA. Remember that I do have Tesla finishing out a fifth wave, and it's still possible that we saw the top back here, but I still think we do have one more leg higher to finish out this wave. So I still think Tesla has more upside, but I also think it's equally possible that we come back down to the 50 EMA before we finish out this fifth wave. Upside price targets at this point in time are going to be 859, and if we break over that, it will be 906. Next up is NIO stock, and remember with NIO stock, it was in a very similar situation as Tesla is currently, and I said if it breaks below 55, get out, but as long as it's above this support level, it's still bullish. Well, as you can tell, hindsight is 2020, and we saw that support level hold up, and we did see NIO get that confirmation bullish bounce. We saw NIO blast through the first price target at 61, and that breakout did look like it's getting a confirmation test as support today. So if this support level does hold up, it's very possible NIO is going to have another bullish day going into tomorrow and the rest of the week to come back up to test this price target at $65. So NIO is still looking bullish, but don't forget I also have NIO in a fifth wave, and this is likely going to be the last leg up on NEO stock before we see a bear market correction on this stock. So there's a little bit upside left, and there's potentially a lot more downside after we finish out this wave 5. So continue to watch that support level at 55, and don't get too greedy taking your profits up here in the $65 and $67 levels. Next up is Palantir stock, and we saw Palantir getting obliterated today, going down negative 6.47% and blasting through that support level at $36. The good news is that we did find support at a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we still have a very strong bull trend on this stock. It's still very possible that Palantir is going to find support, and it's going to start bouncing off of this level and start heading up to the next price target. The next price target is above at $44, but don't forget that earnings is coming up on Tuesday and the market is closed on Monday. So if you don't want to hold Palantir through earnings, you're gonna need to sell by the end of the day on Friday. Otherwise, you will miss out on the opportunity if there is a huge sell-off after the earnings report, which is Tuesday morning. So keep that in mind if you're trading Palantir and you're not trying to hold it through the earnings report. Next up is Snowflake, ticker symbol SNOW, and we saw SNOW going down negative 2.67% today, but it did have a nice gap up open and looked like it was ready to run. As you can tell from SNOW is the Bollinger Bands have not yet expanded, so this stock is really just building up bullish momentum and getting some bullish trending before it can run up here to $350, which is my price target. You can see we're holding up above support at the 304 level, and we're also holding up above that positive sloping 5 EMA. So I'm still very bullish on SNOW, and I still think SNOW is going to have no trouble getting to 350 once it's ready to run and these technical indicators allow it to expand, because right now that Bollinger Band is giving SNOW problems and it is holding the price action lower. So remember, if you want more hot stocks on the ground level daily, consider joining the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market and making a ton of money. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.